What if I told you that in some families, children exist solely to meet their parents' emotional needs? If this sounds familiar, you might have grown up in what psychologists call a narcissistic family. Most people think narcissistic parents are obvious, loud, demanding, clearly selfish. But the truth is far more sinister. The most damaging narcissistic families look completely normal from the outside. In fact, you might have been the only one who knew something was wrong. This isn't just internet psychology. Clinical researchers Donaldson-Pressman and Pressman spent decades studying this exact dynamic in their groundbreaking book, The Narcissistic Family. What they found will change how you see your childhood forever. Let me share 5 dark truths about growing up in a narcissistic family that no one talks about. Truth number 1. Narcissism isn't always loud. The most dangerous narcissistic parents are the quiet ones. They don't scream or throw tantrums. Instead, they use silent treatments, guilt trips, and emotional withdrawal. Your achievements were never celebrated unless they made them look good. Your problems were minimized because they didn't want to deal with them. You learned to read the room before you could read chapter books, walking on eggshells in your own home. Comment below if you ever felt like you were constantly scanning your parents' mood just to feel safe. Truth number 2. You didn't choose your role. It was assigned to you. In narcissistic families, children become characters in their parents' story. Maybe you were the golden child who could do no wrong, until you could, or the scapegoat who was blamed for everything that went wrong in the house. Perhaps you were the invisible child who learned that taking up space was dangerous, or the caretaker who became your family's therapist. Before you could even spell the word, these roles served your parents' needs, but robbed you of something precious: the right to just be a kid. Which role were you cast in? The comments are a safe space. Truth number 3. Love came with terms and conditions. Normal parents love their children unconditionally. Narcissistic parents love their children's function, good grades, love, sports trophy, love, made them look good to other parents, love. But the moment you had your own needs, your own opinions, your own identity, that love evaporated faster than morning dew. You learned that your worth was tied to your performance, and that lesson followed you into adulthood. If you're still afraid of disappointing people as a grown adult, this is why. Truth number 4. The silence was the weapon. They didn't need to call you crazy. They just acted like your feelings didn't exist. You're too sensitive. It never happened. You're remembering it wrong. This wasn't just dismissal. It was systematic reality denial. They taught you to doubt your own perceptions, your own experiences, your own truth. The most insidious part. They did it with such conviction that you started believing them. This is why you still second-guess yourself in arguments as an adult. This is why you apologize for things that aren't your fault. This is why you question your own memory of events. Truth number 5. Healing means grieving the parents you never had. The hardest part isn't accepting that your parents were narcissistic. It's grieving the childhood you deserved but never received. You have to mourn the unconditional love that should have been your birthright. You have to grieve the safety you never felt, the validation you never received, the simple joy of being celebrated just for existing. But here's the beautiful part. Once you do this grief work, once you truly understand what happened to you, you break the cycle forever. If this resonated with you, I want you to know something. It wasn't your fault. You were a child who deserved unconditional love, safety, and the freedom to just ... be. The fact that you're watching this video means you're already on the healing path. You're already breaking the cycle. You might still be learning that it's okay to have needs. You might still be learning that your feelings matter. You might still be learning that you do and have to earn love. You deserve it simply because you exist. It's not your failure. That's your strength. You're doing the work your parents never did. To everyone watching who sees themselves in this story, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not too much. You were just a child trying to survive in a system that wasn't designed for your well-being. But you survived. You made it out. And now you get to write a different story. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to heal from childhood trauma. Like this video if it helped you feel less alone. And share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Because breaking the silence, that's where healing begins.